I got a call the other day from a guy named Van. Van says to me, Eddie, they've got the same configuration on eBay and it's cheaper. Van had been shopping for a trading computer and he found one. Same processor, same 32 gigs of RAM, same 1 terabyte drive, and it was sitting there on the eBay marketplace for a few $100 less. So he asked me point blank, Eddie, why on earth would I pay more for the same thing? It's a fair question and I respect that. And nobody wants to feel like they're overpaying. So let me answer it the same way I answered Van. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what same specs is hiding from you and the one thing that the cheaper box can never put on its spec sheet. Here's the first thing I told him. The spec sheet is the most honest lie in the computer business. What do I mean? The specs on paper really are the same. Same CPU model, same RAM, same storage. If all you're comparing is a list of numbers, those two machines look identical. But a spec sheet only tells you what's in the box. It tells you nothing about how those parts work together when the market is moving at full speed. Here's the analogy I gave Van. You can buy a $40,000 car and you can buy an $80,000 car. And both can have the exact same V8 engine. Same engine in the brochure, right? But one has cheap brakes that fade on long hills. One is a transmission that shudders when you push it, and one overheats the second you climb a mountain in July. The engine is the headline, exactly the same, but everything around the engine is where the money actually goes. Same story with a trading computer. So what is same specs actually hiding? Let me walk you through the hardware fast, because the hardware isn't even the most important part. The biggest difference doesn't show up on any spec sheet at all, and I'll get to that. Number one, the cooling system. And this one is a big one. A processor that benchmarks beautifully on day one means nothing if it overheats under sustained load. Picture this. It's 9:31. The market gap's open. Your setup is forming. 3 platforms are open. You got scanners running. You have 8 charts streaming real-time data. You have your order entry armed. Your processor is running flat out, not for 2 seconds, for hours. And all that heat has to go somewhere. A purpose-built trading machine has a serious cooling system that is built to hold full performance for an entire trading session. A cheap general-purpose eBay box with a cheap little cooler heats up, and to protect itself, it quietly slows your processor down right when you need the power the most. It's something called thermal throttling. So that identical processor performs identically for about 4 minutes. Then it starts gasping for air during the exact window where a slow fill costs you real money. Number 2 is the component tier. Here's a fact most people have no idea about. RAM and storage come in grades. There's A-grade memory, rated for years of heavy read-write cycles, and there's lower-grade memory chips that are fine for check and email. Both say 32 gigabytes on the box. They're not the same part. And with memory prices skyrocketing, these eBay outfits cut corners wherever they can because price is all they compete on. Think of it like buying a steak. The menu says steak. One is a dry-aged ribeye. The other is that gray thing under the heat lamp at the gas station. Same word, wildly different dinner. Number 3, thermal paste, power supply headroom, and cable management. Now stay with me. I know this is a little boring, but thermal paste moves heat off your processor. The cheap machines slap on the bare minimum thermal paste. Power supply headroom means your machine's power supply isn't running maxed out at 100%. It has breathing room. So this keeps it stable for a full 5 to 7 years instead of dying in 18 months. And cable management, a purpose-built trading computer is built so airflow actually flows. A no-name box is a bird's nest inside that traps heat. You never see it, but you feel it when the platform stutters. Now, before I get to the part that closes this whole argument, let me hand you something useful. If you want to know exactly what you're paying for every component the spec sheet leaves out, I've put together a free, complete guide to trading computers. It breaks down what separates a purpose-built trading machine from a general-purpose box. Grab it at the link in the description. Okay, here's the part I told you I'd get to. The single biggest difference between a purpose-built trading computer and that eBay cheap box, and it's not a part, it's not the cooling, it's not the RAM grade, it's not the power supply. It's the people behind it when something goes wrong. It's the support. And I want to be crystal clear, because this is the whole video right here. Van said it better than I could. He said, I can't call a big box company and ask one of their guys about trading. They have no clue. He's 100% right. You call Dell or HP or worse, some random eBay seller with a trading problem, and you're going to get a call center, if you're lucky, on the other side of the world reading off a script. And the first thing they ask you, have you tried rebooting? They've never opened a charting platform in their life. They don't know what a DOM is or what a data feed is. They'll have you reinstall your whole operating system to fix a problem that has nothing to do with it, while at the same time, the market keeps moving without you. Here's how we do it at Easy Trading Computers. Every machine we build comes with lifetime technical support from my in-house team. Lifetime. Not 90 days, not a year, not 3 years, for as long as you own the machine. And here's the part that matters. My team only deals with traders. That's you. They speak trader. We're not going to ask you if you rebooted it. We already know that's not the problem. We know what Thinkorswim does after an hour. We know what NinjaTrader does at the open. We know why your charts freeze when the price moves the most, because we've solved it thousands of times for traders just like you. And that cost is invisible right up until the moment your screen locks with a live position open and the person on the phone has never placed a trade in their life. Now, even after all that, a price-objecting buyer will say to me, Eddie, that's nice, but it's still cheaper over there. Fair point. So let me give you the math. I asked Van one question. What does one bad trading day cost you? He went quiet for a second. Then he said something I'll never forget. He said, the difference in that price is a difference I should be able to make up in one day of trading. See, here's the part nobody tells you. The trader who obsesses over saving $700 on the machine is the same trader who loses $3,000 the day it freezes mid-trade. And that's the whole game. You're not buying a computer. You're buying the thing that stands between you and a missed fill in a fast market. One blown trade can cost you more than the entire price difference in a single afternoon. So the question was never, which one is cheaper? The question is, which one will cost me money while I own it? A purpose-built trading computer pays for itself the first time it saves you from a bad fill. And the lifetime support pays for itself the first time you go down mid-session and you get somebody who speaks trader instead of a script reader. That's not a sales line. That's the math. Same V8 on the brochure, completely different car on the mountain. Van bought the purpose-built trading computer. And the last thing he said to me was, yeah, I get it now. I was comparing two things that were never the same. And that's the whole point. Don't compare the spec sheet. Compare what it costs you to own the wrong one and who picks up the phone when it counts. And listen, if this cleared up a few things for you, do me a favor and slam the subscribe button. I'm going to keep pulling back the curtain on what really separates a trading machine from an expensive mistake. And if you want to see the ultimate computer that's built for trading, you want to watch this video next. My name is Eddie Z. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.